Welcome to Networking Basics. My name is Don Ramirez, and I'll be doing a number of things with you today. Okay, I'm sure that you know what this here is. Okay, this you have an ADSL modem at home. You'll notice that there is a cable looking similar to this. Okay, it's a local area network Ethernet cable. One end goes to the port on your computer, and the other end goes to your ADSL modem. Okay, and it's, as I said, it's just an Ethernet cable. Okay, all right. Then we have these things here. Okay, these are just wired access points. Okay, these are what you'll probably find in the wall like that at your workplace, and you probably push a cable into it like that. Okay, and it allows you to connect to your network at work. Okay, that is fairly straightforward, fairly simple. Okay, but today we're going to be going into more detail. It's not a matter of just connecting pushing wires into ports or what have you. Okay, we're going to go into more detail into this stuff. Okay, in terms of makeup of these wires and so on. Okay, right, this here is essentially what inside one of these Ethernet cables will look like. Right, it will have a set of wires. You'll have a brown one, a brown and white one. You have a green one, then you have a green and white one, then you have a blue one. They're twisted. They're called twisted pairs. That's why they're twisted. And I'm untwisting them now. Okay, so you have a blue, and you have a blue and white one, and you have an orange one, and an orange and white. Okay, and these are essentially what the wires that make up these cables. On the other side is a sheath. Okay, there might be orange, green, blue. The color is not important. It might be important if you are, in terms of color coding, certain things you might have your network set up in such a way that you might want an orange cable for this or a blue for that. But it doesn't impinge or affect the working of the network in any situation. Right. So we have our wires. Okay. And normally when you go and you buy a cable, it comes like this. Okay, but you can make your own cables. You can actually buy the ends here, okay, and you can expose the wires like this, and you can obviously, these are definitely too long for here, okay, but you need to cut them to a adequate length. Then, as I say, you buy the ends that look something like this, okay, or like this, right, and essentially what you do, okay, is that the cables are pushed into this end, okay, the individual wires are pushed up in here, okay, and then we have this punch down tool here, okay, and essentially what happens is that this goes in here like that, okay, and if you look closely here, okay, you see that there are a number of projections here, and this has a number of silver strips, and there are also some grooves in here. So when we put this in here, okay, and we punch down on the tube, okay, it actually squeezes those strips down on the wires and holds them in place, okay, so that at any point, your wire can't come out. It's faster than here. Okay, and that's essentially how they make them. Okay, but essentially there are two standards. Okay, A standard and B standard when it comes to networking. Okay, okay, and essentially it has to do with putting what wire where. Okay, whether you put the brown and the green together, or the brown and brown white. You understand? So it has to do with how you configure, where you put these wires in that in this end. Okay. But today what we're going to be doing, we're actually going to be making an extension. If you have money, you can buy enough cable. But if you don't, you have two shorter cables like these. I'm going to show you how you can use access points, okay, to actually extend your cable. Okay, we've already taken off the sheath of this of from both ends here. Okay, so we can have these exposed wires. Okay, and what we're going to be doing now, as I said, we're going to be actually making an extension. Okay, and the first thing that I'm going to do, and I want you to take a good look here at here. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, these individual wires here, okay, are going to end up going forward, going here, forward, going here. Okay, well, you might ask a question, which wire will go where? Okay, essentially, as I told you before, there's an A standard and a B standard. Okay, and it's actually spelled out for you right here. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, if you look carefully, you see that there's a brown here and a white, and then you have a green and white, an orange and white, a blue and white, green and white, and orange and white. Okay, essentially, when we see this here, okay, for example, okay, that means the first one will be brown, the second one will be brown white, because there's no white cable. Okay, it's either white blue, blue white, orange white, green white, or brown white, but there's no white cable. So this white here means brown white. So you have brown, brown white. And if you're going to go with the A standard, you have to go with green and green white. Okay, if you're going to continue the A standard, now over the other side here, you have to go orange and orange white, and then blue and blue white. Okay, we don't have there's another tool that when these wires go in here, okay, and we push them in, okay, there's a tool that comes down here, punch down tool, and pushes these right down, because if you look carefully down between here, okay, there are two metal connectors. So these wires need to go in. Okay, and once they go in and they press down, okay, the connection is made. Okay, so what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be actually making the connection, start to make this extension. Okay, and we're going to be using the A standard. So the A standard says, if we're going from here, okay, brown first, then brown and white. So I have my wires here, so I need to find my brown wire. Okay, so I have my brown wire here. Okay, and the next one after that will be my brown white. Then the A standard is green. Okay, and then green white, at least to complete this end. All right, so what I do, and obviously if you look at an extension, you want it to be tidy. You want it that in a way that it can be easily, the cable can easily move and so on without any possibility of damaging or breaking anything, right? So we're going to start here. We're going to put this brown one here, right? So just let me put this here. Brown goes here. Okay. Next one is the brown white. Okay, my brown white. I'm putting it here. Okay, then I have, we're going to A standard. A standard says I have to go green and then green one. So I'm going to put my green. Then when we finish, we're going to test the cable to see if it actually works. Okay, but obviously if it doesn't work, that means it's somewhere along the line that the connection is bad. So I'm going to put the green and green white. Then I'm going to put now the last one here is the green white. Okay, so this one here. This one here. And these wires need to be pushed down a little further, and I'll do that things that are shortly. Okay, so I have my so I have one side almost okay. Okay, I need to get a tool now. We're going to push these wires down. Okay.
As I said, I don't have the correct tool, right? But I'm going to be using this. I'm trying to be creative, right? I'm going to use this here to push these wires in the correct place. Okay, so if you take a closer look, okay, I'm going to push this green wire here, down in here. Okay. And then going out to the white, brown, okay, and then the brown white. This brown needs to kind of go around a bit more. Maybe I can top it from the side. Alright, so I have the wires here now. They're in down. Okay. Now I have to now do the same thing on this side. Okay. I'm going with the A standard. So the A standard tells me that I have to go with the orange first and then the orange white. So I can just put these aside here. So I go with the orange first. So I have my orange here. Then my orange white. Okay, alright. Then my blue and then my blue white. So just unwrap these here. Okay. My blue. Okay, and then my blue white over here. Right. Now I'm going to start pushing further down between those two metal connectors that I tell you that can be found down in here. Okay, so let me just push this down here. Okay, one is going down. Push this one down too. Okay, I'll turn it here. Push down the orange one. I'm going to push it down. Okay, this is being creative. Okay, this is something for use a whole paper on a clipboard, and it has worked out for me. But there's a special tool that you need to get these wires down into. So I've made all my connections here. Okay, the next thing I need to do here is just to clip some of these wires here to make it look neat and so on. Okay, so I'll just here. In. On this side, do the same thing. Okay. So I have one end completed. Okay, one end here completed. Right. Okay. So one cable can come here to make a connection here. Now to move the other end now. Okay. Again. You're gonna get this here, okay? Same process, okay? 8 standard here, 8 standard the other side as well, okay? So you're gonna start with brown first and brown white. Let's unwrap these. We'll find wires here, brown and brown white, and then we have like green and green white. Green here. Okay, and blue white. Okay, so let's do something here. Right, so we have the brown first. So we're gonna this is going like that. So we're gonna be putting the brown first here. Okay, put the brown first, then the brown white. I was giving it a little probably missing. Right, so brown white, then there's green and green white. Okay. So let's get the green one here. And then white. Okay. Then I will use this tool here. Do something creative and just send this down. Send down this one here as well. Send down this. Okay. This side is covered. We now need to do the other side over here. And it says first, it doesn't matter. I see here orange and orange white. So the first cable, put in here is the orange one. So this is orange here first, then orange white, then it is blue, and then blue white. Okay. And I some securities in here. Right. So we're in. Okay, now it's time for me to just click off these ends here. Okay, on one side. And do the same thing for the other side of it. Come on here. All in, so just stick this in here. Okay, right. So you have now. You can actually turn it like that. Right. So you can have now this one cable, another cable, cable can go here. Okay, and you get another cable up there. Right. Right. You have your other cable to go here. Okay. And you have your extension. Okay, because you have another one of these that's the same length. Okay, you plug it here, and you plug another one that's the same length here. You actually have these are good over 6, maybe 8 feet, right? So here you have your extension, okay, and you test this wire. There are tools that you can buy that can test connectivity here and so on. But the best way to test it is to connect it to an actual network and see what happens. Okay. Okay, so I've connected the cable and I'm going to check the computer now on my router. I'm seeing a light flashing. That is something positive. Now I'm going to check the computer itself to see if there is that connectivity. Okay. Oh yes, and we are indeed in business. Okay, and it's working. Okay. So that is it today.